If you hear something in the background, by the way, it's my heater. It's getting so cold. I got a cold, as you guys saw in my last video. So I'm recovering from it. Might sound a little nasally. Today's video is about advice. This video is for those who, you know, sometimes feel pressure from others. They feel like they don't belong. They aren't in love with who they are. So I'm going to help you guys with some tips on how to have self-confidence. Not to become cocky, but to have self-confidence and love who you are. So number one thing is that you have to love who you are. Like I've been saying, you need to really know who you are, and this takes time. So if you're really young and you're in your teens, it'll take some more time because you have to know your flaws. You have to accept those flaws. You have to know what are some of your insecurities and how do you deal with those insecurities? How do you ignore them or face them and accept them? Also, there's going to be a lot of changes in your life that are going to occur. So as you get older, you start to see those things that you need to change within yourself and you start to take action on them. So the sooner you do it, the better it is. The faster it is for you to have that confidence and love in yourself, because you have to love yourself. You have to be completely comfortable in your own skin in order to have self-confidence. And yeah, I said it wrong. In order to have self-confidence. Second is best to talk to your friends. Now, I hope you have a positive support around you. You have to have positivity around you in order to have self-confidence and love yourself. So if you have a positive surrounding, speak to one of your best friends and tell them and address them that this is what's going on inside. I feel this way. I really need help. You know, I need some validation on the fact that maybe I'm not like this. Maybe I'm overthinking, because what we do a lot is we overthink. We are our toughest on ourselves. And so that's why when you have friends that kind of help you realize things that we don't realize, and if we had the ability to go out of our box, like out of our body almost, and see ourselves from up, and like visualize ourselves, that would be amazing. And sometimes people can do that and just kind of stop and reflect over themselves, but most people can't. So I would suggest you go to a best friend and somebody who knows you inside and out and tell them that this is what I'm going through and I need help and I need some validation. What do you think I'm doing, or what do I need to do to help myself better? Another thing I think we all need to do to be able to build that confidence in ourselves is to realize that we are very fortunate of what we have. Regardless of what you're going through, there's always people that are suffering even more in this world. I mean, you see the news and you see so many bad things happening. So sometimes what I like to do is I like to take my time out to read books like that are self-healing books. Read the news and certain things like that that make me realize that I am blessed with what I have, and I should appreciate all the surroundings that I have and the safety that I have and the blessings and the friends that I have and family that I have. So I think you need to sit back sometimes and realize that you have all these resources at hand and everybody around you, that no matter how much you're struggling, everybody goes through so much. There's always somebody out there that's going through a lot worse. And so sit back and sometimes pray for them and think that, you know, take a deep breath and thank God for having what you have today. Huge, huge, huge factor is that you need to take negativity out. So we're keeping the positive and we're taking the negative away. So those people that are negative in your life, or you've heard people make comments about you, people that hurt your feelings, stuff like that, you need to learn to push it away. You need to learn to block those comments out, because if you take what people really think about you, if you take what people say about you, it will get you all the way deep in and it'll stay in there and it'll affect you throughout your life as you grow up. So you have to make sure you realize that these people that are saying stuff about me, even if they know you and even if they don't know you, who cares? Because if they did know you, they wouldn't say those things, or if they cared about you, they wouldn't say those things at all to begin with. So they're not a good friend to have anyways. So you kick them out. And people that don't know you that are talking about you, what's the point of worrying about what they say? What difference do they make to you? They're not in your life to begin with. Let them say what they want to say. Don't let people put you down, because they don't know you. And that's the biggest thing I see even in high school and stuff like that, you know, rumors that are spread. They don't know who you are. So who cares about what they say? And I know it's painful and it's very hard to accept, but that'll make you stronger. If you can get through it without having to worry about what people say, it'll make you feel better about yourself. You'll know that you're strong. You'll know that I don't care what you say about me. I know who I am, and that's what I'm saying. You have to love yourself. You have to know who you are inside and out to be able to have confidence. Last thing I'm going to say is don't depend on an opposite sex to tell you that you're confident. Don't be dependent on anyone. So you are solely a person alone, and you have to have confidence in yourself. Don't think my boyfriend thinks I'm like this and that's true. I feel that way, and then if God forbid you break up and then everything goes in the dirt, you're like, oh my God, I suck, I'm like this and I'm like that. No, don't ever be dependent on somebody else. Not even your friends. At the end of the day, you came alone and you're gonna die alone. So you're on your own and you have to love yourself. Number one thing, love yourself. So know who you are inside and out. And as I said, you might be young right now, and if you're a preteen or a teen, you're definitely young and you don't know who you are right now and you're still learning. It'll come, but if you go on the right track and don't let people get to you, have positive people around you, know that, you know, there's people out there that have it worse, and don't depend on a boyfriend or girlfriend, you'll be good. You will be getting in the right steps to confidence and being good. Don't let physical attractiveness get to you. People will make comments as you're younger about, oh my God, if you have pimples or acne and stuff like that. You know, it's a struggle that you face within yourself, not what people say at the end of the day. Again, who cares what they say? It's something you're dealing with. You know, there's a solution for everything in today's world. You get somehow a way to solve problems. There will be a means of it. So you have to be positive at all times. Don't let people put you down. Even for those that are my age, in their 20s, late 20s, you know, we're going through this phase of, you know, 20s kind of suck. You want to kill yourself because you're still learning about yourself, but you're starting to really know who you are. You're starting to know how you act in situations, everything. So we're almost there. And if you're in your 30s, I've heard that you pretty much know who you are. You're happy in life. You got everything going for you. 40s, you become wise. 50, you're wise. Like, so you just get wiser after that. So, you know, it's a nice ride. You keep getting to know and passing down that wisdom. So if you guys need any more help in anything, always feel free to message me on Facebook. I'm there 24/7. I answer back for those that have questions, but don't let anything ever get to you. It's so much easier said than done, I know, but don't let your physical looks be the means of you to feel bad. And that's the number one thing I hear a lot of girls go through, saying, you know, I'm not pretty, I'm not this. But who told you you're not? You don't have to have people validate that to you. You need to go in the mirror and say, I'm beautiful the way I was made. That's how God made you. So accept that. You are beautiful no matter what anybody says. Nobody can tell you how it is at all. Seriously, nobody. You were born the way you were born, and you are the person you are. That's it. Don't let people tell you something that they see, because you could see something else about them too, good or bad. So there's always going to be comments going back and forth, but you have to know who you are in your own skin. Now, don't ever get too cocky where you start being like, oh, you know I'm pretty, you know. No, you don't want to do that, because then that makes you ugly, to be honest. So personality is what makes a person. You got to be humble, and you have to have confidence to the point where you're just comfortable with who you are and you can help other people. That's confidence too. Being able to help others because you know who you are and you want them to know who they are. Sorry. Well, that wraps up this video. I hope I really helped. It's late at night. What time is it? It's like 9:30, but I felt like I had to do this video. I hope you guys have a great day. I hope this video helped anybody that's watching. You know, I'm always here for you. Feel free to message me. Take care. Bye.